Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are getting back in action with another colonies map. This is a author named Sarantis, and this comes from a viewer who said that I should check out some of Sarantis' maps. I have seen some people play these. The Strategic Sage is a person that I have followed in the past. I still try to keep up. He doesn't really do too much Creeper World anymore, so I have not seen much in a while. But he has done a lot of these, so feel free to check him out as well. We will be going with The Wave, as it is very highly rated. So I probably will be emulating his strategy, so just so you are aware there. Probably not to the same effect, but, you know, there we go. Thank you very much as well, Blue Book Snowplow, as the commenter was. Just so you are aware, I actually did complete this map already. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for me, I was in a position where I wasn't recording video, so I have an hour and a half of audio and no video whatsoever. So we will indeed be trying this yet again. Sure, why not? It'll cover everything. I believe I did place these the opposite direction last time, so understandable. Let's see. If we do that, can we get one in there? No. If we... I am doing slightly different things with the miners this time, oddly enough, just to see if I can make them fit a little bit better, and they fit kind of okay like that. I will take it. What we can actually, you do have to destroy some miners to do it that way, as a different way as well. So I'm not going to worry about min-maxing to the nth degree. We are just going to make sure we get these miners in place. So this is looking pretty okay. Should get pretty much everything covered. I'm not super worried about it. The real key is that we will... Ooh. Oh, this side's actually slightly bigger. I did forget that as well. So if we do this, can we actually fit that? We can. Oh, this side is much nicer. Look at that. And we can destroy maybe... Let's see. Well, first things first, we will need towers. So towers across. Actually, let's go over the map. Sorry, I just jumped right into it. Here is the map. This is our side. This is the safe zone. We have a tiny bit of AC right there. It will be breeding, and we are actually going to let it flow. Let the anti-creeper flow. We want it all over the place, everywhere in Duty. There is some green R production right here. Not too much, but just enough. There is some breeder here for both anti-creeper and creeper itself, and that is the last anti-creep breeder that there is. As you can see, there is creep breeder here, and over here. And then over here, oh, look at that. That is our wave. It is a whole lot of creep. It is 1,500 layers deep. It is monstrous. So, yeah, that's what we have to fend off. And, as I said, I have done it, so I'm feeling pretty confident that we can do it as well in this video. We should have plenty of things there. Perfect. Now this side, we are going to want to destroy maybe 2 miners. Actually, yeah, let's try to see how that works. If we destroy you, how does that look? Does that get everything? Looks like it pretty much does. And that... Okay, so if we do... Okay, so we're going to need 2 in there, and that gets everything. Perfect. Just what we want to see. Everything is glorious there. And then we are getting the infamous Chain O Towers. Look at that. All the way along the edge to there. Oh, look at that. It is a thing of beauty. Again, we are now going to go... We're going to go top-down for this. And a little top-down action. Cannot argue with that. Get as wide as possible. And again, all the way down. As far as it'll let me. Oh, It stops right around here, apparently. That's perfectly fine. Let us see. We want it to be perfect, so that is pretty perfect. You're the problem, Mr. Tower right there. That's fine. That is fine, and you are going to bug everyone in the world, so I will correct that right away. We want you to be a straight line, thank you. Nice straight line, and yeah, that should pick it up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Again, we are going to go down as far as we can, and the blue white has stopped us, but we did correct with a nice right angle, so I'm okay with that. Bringing it back, doing all our lines. We are placing these all down to begin with. We're not going to be building them right away. That is for sure. We are going to take our time. And is that going to cause any problems? I mean, it covers everything that we needed to cover, so I'm sorry, but that's what we got. I think it looks kind of pretty. Again, I will actually, let's transparent the creep. Let us flatten AC, because that is going to get kind of crazy very, very quickly. And we are going to hide paths right away, because that's what we're going to need to do. And oddly enough, we are going to be a little inefficient here, just for the inside of this track, and we are going to do... Ooh, that is problem. You three are problematic, but that's okay. This is going to be a pause-heavy episode. I've not done very many of those, but, you know, a map like this, the tags are basically hard, extreme, hard, hard, hard. I do not want this to go poorly, so to speak. I think we're going to be fine. I think it will be pretty good. Again, I did already have success, so I am not... Oh, actually, okay. So I am going to have to do a slight bit of movement of these two as well. This is all the fun setup for Creeper World that, you know, I think is important to see, because it's not very often where you see all the fun setup. At least from what I have found. And I think it's actually one of the most interesting parts is the initial setup. So here we go. Look, see this area is for everybody. It's nice and pretty. Yeah, just beautiful. Just beautiful. We want this to be just right, which is right there. And will the green art cause problems? No, we're looking pretty good. Alright, pretty good overall. I'll take that. Again, not perfect, but not the worst. I will take, and then we end. See, that should be straight. It should be. So, don't blame me. You know, that's definitely the game's fault right there. There we go. Nice final row. And this is where all the fun stuff happens. Right now, we have all of our towers in place. Look at that. All beautiful towers. And guess what? They are now all offline. Done and done. Secondly, we have a tower here. We're going to turn you on. We have a tower here. We're going to turn you on. So now we have 2 towers active at the start. We have 2 urns available at the beginning. So those are actually going to go into 2 miners. This miner, I think, seems pretty good. So you will... Oh, actually, in fact, all miners, you are now off. that is a fact. All miners are off. We are going to do these 2 towers and this miner wants an urn. This miner next to it also wants an urn. We want as much power to begin with as possible. We are also going to want an urn per. We are not going to need it right away, but we want one, without a doubt. We want a factory, again, not right away, but we want one. What else are we going to want? We will want, indeed, some refineries. We are going to want enough to cover things. I'm going to say it's 6. I think we could get away with 4. I believe 2 on each is enough, but I'd rather be able to capture every bit of green art possible. Now, I'm not turning these off because by the time the energy gets down here, we'll have plenty. So no point to even turn those off. And then, what else do we need? We need rockets. Do not... Oh, and an Emrift. We will want an Emrift right by our base. We're going to want an Emrift on the opposite side of the map. Well, this is our choke point right here. And by choke point, I mean this is our holding point. So we're going to toss an Emrift rift down there as well. And we are going to get 3 rockets. We don't need more than 3. 3 is all you need. So boom, boom, boom. Again, turn you off. Beautiful. And Emrift-wise, we will also probably put one over here, but, you know, we don't need that right away. What else are we going to need? We are going to need air defense. That is right. We are going to need all of the air defense that we can muster, and that is going to be this many air defenses. Like that. I know, oh, this one actually probably can't put a bomber on the right side, so that is fine. We are just going to shift that one over. I know they're not symmetrical on this side, but you can't, because of the red on, it messes this point up, so I figure we'll just put it over there like that. And then we are going to have multiple regular bombers. As we can see, we are going to have regular bombers on this one, regular bombers on this one, we're gonna have 5 sets of regular bombers, just so you're aware. 5 whole sets of regular bombers, quite a lot. Oh, this side was a little too short. That's fine. That's fine. It fit well on this side. No problem at all. I really don't like that. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Not to mention these bombers are slightly off as well, but I believe, actually, we might be able to kind of work this because that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're missing 2, unfortunately, from this one. Not the end of the world. Honestly, we are barely going to have enough energy for this as it is. Yeah, you can't get a 10th in there, even if you tried. Alright, that's fine. I will just reset them to the right amount. Or to the right level, just for everybody involved. Again, unfortunate about the towers there. We could take out these towers. They're not necessary, and I suppose we will just for the sake of having the right bombers. You know, makes it look pretty, gives you the right amount. There we have it. Breathe a sigh of relief. They do exist. We're going to lose a little bit of generation, but I think we'll be just fine. In the long run, at least. Short run wise, no, we're not going to be fine at all. Here we go. Another set of bombers. Beautiful. Just what you want to see. And this one is our glorious anti-creep bombers. Not as effective overall, but definitely has a use completely. So again, we have our urns in these mines over here. We have our Emrift. We have our Rift Lab. Yeah, this is going to be our start in essence. Now, that being said, we still have more work to do before we even get going. And this is just planning it out. So because this is green art does tend to spawn properly on the same level. This is actually a little too close there, so let's destroy that. So we are going to want to terp up some of this land. We are going to want to make it nice and level. That way we can, you know, just harvest as much green art as we should. I don't know exactly the radius, so I'm just going to go with something. Oh, no. Copy that level. Yeah, that's the level we want it to be. So just something like that. It's probably a little bit bigger than it needs to be. Perfectly fine. I'd rather... I mean, these terps can just go to town. That's what their life will be. So again, we have a few walls of protection. A wall here, a wall here, a wall here. Then this is our defensive line. So this gap. It could be this one. This one can work. I think this one does work better. It's further up. It prevents a little bit more of their production, their spawning production. So yeah, that is the plan. Now that being said, that also means we are going to need to terraform this land as well. So again, we are going back structures. We are going to our terps, and we are just going to fill up this with turpitude. Because we are going to want a lot of mortars. Not a few. Not like 5, not like 10. A lot of mortars. So we're going to start with this amount of terps. We'll probably want more. And we'll probably take these once they are done with their job. And again, we are going to terraform. It is going to be a nice job for them. Right, just like that. That should be plenty of room. Get us enough. Couple rows of mortars. We want 3 rows of mortars at least. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of work. Again, we do have the M-Rift that will help, and until we get the M-Rift, the final step is pylons, of course. You know, that whole little network thing that does help. Not necessary, but it will help get power to the front lines once we get there. Now, this is going to be a bit of a mess because we generally can't click and drag because of all of this weird terrain. So I'm just going to sort of willy-nilly get them down here, just making sure the pylons do get through. This will also help with our green R collection and things like that. Now, again, with everything else, we are not going to have this active at the start. So pylons themselves, you are indeed off. So no power can even get to this side of the map because we have no towers on this side of the map. And I think this is essentially our start. We have our miners, we have our planes all planned out, and with them being planned out, that also means they are off. They are off. They are off. And oof. Return to base, please. This group, return to base, please. Thank you. And this is our start. Not too bad, not too problematic. I could squeeze in another miner, and I said I kind of have to, don't I? That kind of means that I have to destroy you, put more miners, and do one of these. Oh! There we have it, just like that, and then we will destroy you, and let us, if we go with a miner, nope, not like that, you're gonna say tower there covers everything, so you will need a connection tower. Now, can you connect to there? You can. I don't know if this is actually getting me another miner. It's just sort of consolidating. It kind of looks a little bit better, at least to me. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that as a win. I don't know if I got any more. It does prevent a miner that's basically useless, so... No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because I'm going to add this one. There we go. All miners, you are now off again. This miner with the urn, you are back on. So again, we are doing 2 towers, we are doing a miner, and this is everything. We're doing a lot of turpin, we're doing mining, or refining, or gathering for refining, something along those lines. And then we're doing a lot of turpin down here as well. So this is our start. I think all of the shields have blocking turned off for AC up until our front lines, which is fantastic as well. So again, as you can see, we have a whole lot of red, they have a whole lot of purple, and yeah, they have, they're already working on their first shield with 6 million creep to start with, so let us get this going. We are going to go slow to start, and yeah, we have 2 towers. We are going to just turn on a few extra towers. Oh no. Actually, that's okay. That's okay. These towers can come on. They will be extra generation for this first miner, because this first miner will take up plenty of generation, fortunately or unfortunately. So you can see we're generating 2 and we're using 2 because of this miner, which is perfect. So we have just the right amount of towers. This miner is almost complete, as you can see, so we are going to go to this miner and turn it on right away. And here is the fun part, where we're going to do some pausing, and we are going to do things. This is all about getting things timely, so to speak. We want to be maximizing our energy generation and our mining potential. So we want to basically be just overuse, but not so much that we're going into an actual deficit. So you can see our use is right around that. Now we do have our 2 super miners up and running, which means we can actually start going a little bit more aggressive with our turning on of things. You can see our use is going up steadily, and yeah, not too bad. Once we get a row of these turned on, we're going to do some crazy, crazy things, and that's where the beauty happens. So far so good. Things are coming on. Power is happening. And yeah, we're just slowly working down. You can see the miners just popping on, and as we're popping on, we're turning others on. In fact, we're generating so much, I think it's time to say, all of these towers, you're now on. It's tower time, and that means as this gets down here, we will get to terps, things like that. This is going to be a pretty substantial power drain, but it says it's more than it is initially, but we're still in a pretty good spot. It can't reach all the towers, of course, because it does have to build them to get to the further ones. So again, we are just working on through that. Now we don't want to turn these on. I guess these 2 are kind of okay. But the edges, these edges, they're really, really weak. So you want to turn those on much, much later. Once we get to a critical mass, we are going to want to swap to our lovely Urn Portal for power. Because even though these are generating 6, getting extra power versus all of these mines gonna be substantially more. Short term versus long term. And we're gonna start turning these on in blocks now, which is also fantastic. So block us up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The next block will be this one. Once we start to see some of these turn on and our power is good, we will have a block. Oh, power can't reach these 2. Oh, I made a mistake. No! Oh no, the rework destroyed everything. Okay, we messed up. By we, I mean I completely messed up. That was entirely my fault, and I feel really bad about that. Because, yeah, power should not be a problem down there. Yeah, that's no fun whatsoever. So, my fault, I am completely to blame. Our store is looking good, our power is looking good, our miners are pretty much fully operational, which is incredible. Once we get this sorted, which we did, we're going to have a couple more. Our store is at max, I think. These are starting to come online, which basically means it's time just to say, all miners, go on. Just all miners do it. Perfectly fine with that. We are getting red on, we are building our urns. Our pylons will need to be on as well. It is time for them to come on. Our terps are starting to produce as well, which is fantastic. And yeah, we're in a bit of a deficit, but I mean, not that much of a deficit, honestly, right now, especially as these are all popping on, as you can hear. Boom, boom, boom. I should have actually moved these a little earlier. I think we're still okay, but I should have moved these. We want energy collection, and we want build speed. We have a lot to build still. Look at all this down here. Plenty of things to build. Thankfully, our pylon network is starting to come online, which is helping with the movement of energy, and it is time to start. We're going to start on our rockets, and we are going to start on, let's say, 2 launch pads. I think 2 is a good thing to start with. Not too many, but just enough for now. Well, actually, let's see how energy is at 1. We have to do this relatively well. Energy, perfectly fine. Let's actually go like this. We should have a squad of 29. Oh, no. How about that? Okay, that is perfect. So if we just do this, this will be perfect. Squad of 20. Squad of 20. There we go. We have a spot in the darkness that we can see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see how the creep is looking. It does look like it has made its way past the first wall, into the second wall, and as it moves, you can see it's making divots because it's so massive. Oof. But we need to get working on it as soon as possible. We're going to start our second squad as well. So let us just take all of these. I could have selected, but I was not in top-down view and scared I'd take all the towers with me. So second squad, you're going to come just in the same spot, of course. Right like that. And second squad, guess what? You are on as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as you can see, the Terps over here, they're getting to work. Again, plenty of power, so let us get started on our third. In fact, even better, well, not better. No, the AC ones, you know, let's not worry about them right now. They are nowhere near as effective, to be honest. AC bombers are very helpful for holding lands that, you know, aren't in too much danger, but when it comes to the actual lands themselves, they're not the best. So we're going to have a third squad. Third squad, guess what? You're going to the same place because it's the only place we can attack. Let's get going. Again, we are at 6 million creeper, and their emit mode is plenty. They have plenty to go. It's not hitting its cap. It's not like they're stopping creating creep or anything like that. So we do have to do that. This squad, you know what? We do have the power. Let's turn it on. Ooh, that use did jump up pretty substantially, but we're kind of holding. The urn port we have at 46%, so it is getting up there. We do have another urn, so let us go with mine production and fire rate. We will want that fire range. It will come once these urns are, or once these terps are built towards the front. This M-Rift is already getting powered. This one should be pretty far along. Yeah, it's basically done already. So our Redon is doing a great job. And yeah, we almost have the first flight going out. It's been a few minutes. Again, this is a lot of prep. You can see this is handling itself. These terps are doing great. And yeah, our use is way too high because everything is charging. Surprise, surprise. Planes are very expensive. And we can even see, look at the front lines. The front lines already. Terp squad going to town. I'm very excited to see that. Let us... Oop, not you. Let's just move some of those up. I'm going to put some temporary towers in just to power them, but these towers probably will not be staying like this. But I do want some temporary towers. I am also going to put some temporary towers just like that to get some extra power out of things. All power is good power until it is gone. So we can even get some extra red on, some extra blue-white, you know, all of that good stuff. So we did basically finish all of our terping. We do have our last urn available. We can see our planes going to town. We've dropped the creep by nothing, which is amazing. Thank you very much. But again, all of our planes are going off, so we need another set of planes. That's the beauty of what we're doing right now. We're getting another set of planes right there. Unit on, squad created. We're doing these in squads of 20. No reason not to. You know, we could do squads of 10 and stuff on honestly lighter creep or lighter energy maps. I like to do squads of 5. You know, a little squad here, a little squad there. It actually does help quite a substantial bit. And we can even turn on squad 6. Why not? Now squad 6 is our safety squad. They are the ones that are going to be the most important, I believe. Boop. There we go. Or that's squad 5. Sorry, squad 6 is our safety squad, which is the AC. We're going to hold off on... Oh, no. Looks like we're good. AC bombers. Actually, we can select A on them. Create squad. Unit on. And these are actually going to bomb here. Oop. Here we go. Let us move all of our turpitudes over there. Finish that off. And we need to actually get started with mortars. Now, this is our disposable mortars. They're going to die. Fortunately or unfortunately. However you want to put it. But we can see, if we pause, they have broken through. No, no protection for us. The time of our destruction is essentially at hand. We do have a massive deficit at the moment. So maybe I should turn off these AC bombers at the moment. Oh, speaking of AC bombers, I forgot the most important part of AC bombers are a few sprayers. We need just a couple, something like that. These sprayers are going to collect as ore. That way we will have plenty of ore for our AC bombers. How are our... We're 82 on our rockets, so they are filling up nicely. We do have plenty of green R, but this took a lot of power. The green R should definitely lessen. So I think we're doing pretty good now. Again, we do need to get through this deficit. Terps, you have done your job. You will be needed later. Thank you very kindly, Terps. You have done everything that we have asked and more. So now we need the truth. And the truth is mortars. Many mortars. By that, I mean that many mortars. We are going to have a string behind them. This will obviously be connected to all this. Again, we have the Emrift just right over here. Where are you, Mr. Emrift? You're somewhere over there, I believe. How can I not see the Emrift? Is the Emrift literally... Yeah, it's literally right there, under everything. So we have all of that. I am going to get rid of one mortar just to power our middle line. Now, our middle line, again, is just there to die. They will be dying. No question about it. I apologize to them. If they have friends and family, that sucks. But they are autonomous missiles, so I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So yeah, not too bad. Again, our power definitely in the sink right now, and we actually need to do one other thing. We don't need a bomb over here anymore. Over there is not going to help us, so we are going to change our routes, and we are just going to bomb everything that is affecting us. And I'm actually going to move it in just a wee little bit. This squad is going to be about there, and we're going to make 4 lines. And, not return to base, select squad. We are just going to make 4 and just really trim it down. And now this, you might say, but there's 5 here. Why would we not want 5? Now the 5th one is going to be our protection. As I stated before, we actually want extra protection, so we are going to have 1 squad just protecting the front lines. We don't need them moved yet, so they're actually going to stay there for the time being. Our deficit will come down in time, I believe. I have the faith. The planes are eating up a lot, and this mortar building is eating up quite a bit. But as they all get built, look at that, our deficit drops just like that. Let's actually get our AC bombers completed as well. Our mortars are pretty good, and it looks like it's basically time to actually move this final squad. So this squad is going to be front line defense as stated. It's going to be just like that right there, and we do have our first rockets launched, a set of 3, and as you can see, our green R is staying pretty consistent, but going down slightly. So 3, I think, is the right number. Let's take a look at what we have here. Look at this wave coming, and with this wave coming, we have danger, of course. Let's take a look at how our AC is. AC isn't looking terrible, and we did lose a few towers there. I mean, that's a guarantee. They were on the other side of the wall. There was no way we were protecting those. But yes, we are already facing the wave. It is happening. It is coming for us, and it is dangerous. So how do you stop a wave? Well, this beautiful... Oh, just like that, actually. The mortars are holding by themselves with the planes. This initial portion, I think we're good for. It's this portion that we might not be good for. But if we unflatten AC, we can actually see the inside there is actually getting slightly filled with anti-creep thanks to our bombers. It's just a little bit of extra protection. It's not going to really do too much. But I just like the fact that we can see that. But yes, here comes the actual wave. The first portion definitely was not too bad, but everything else is definitely problematic. And again, you can see the green army. We were at 270 before. We're at 200 now, so we are in a deficit. So 2 is enough. 3 is too many, but 2, you do get a backlog of energy. You never want a backlog of energy. You actually want... you want to use everything you have. So 3 is the perfect number. We've already launched a second set of orbitals. Beautiful. We have tons of them. And by tons of them, I mean tons of dampers. If you watched one of my earlier videos, I did really go into the power of the damper. I love the damper. I think it is highly overlooked. It is exceptional for powerful waves of creep and for powerful emitters. And look at this. So we dampered this section, and look, the creep is just like, I don't know what to do. So now we're just pelting that front line. And look, we're even regenerating shield because it is in this damper. This is the dangerous part. I am going to start upping the speed because there really isn't too much more to build. There's actually one more thing that I'm going to do just to set up the rest of the map, and we are going to do this. It is going to take just a moment. When we progress, we are going to want the world to be flat because we do not want to have any issues with moving our mortars or moving basically anything. So if there is ground, we are flattening it. So let us make sure we flatten the world. Now, based off of what I remember, we're not flattening everything. So here we go. There's a bit of stairs here, and that's about all we're going to flatten. Right there. That should be perfect. Again, I did do this and did not have a video portion recording, so I set up my recording software for a different game. It was a problem on my side, and I apologize for that. But I think it's a lot smoother now, a lot less faff overall. As we can see, look at the damper. Let's change it from top-down view so we can see. Not too bad. The front is definitely working on that shield, so we are in the point where we need to keep these dampers down. So once this is gone, I mean, really, you don't even want it to be gone, but I'm going to wait until it is gone, drop down another. This shield will most likely be going down, and we will lose our fun middle group. It does happen. They were there to be sacrificed, but they do have some AC protection, maybe. We do have 6 orbitals, so we're not doing terrible in terms of that. Basically, almost as good as you could be. Might be able to eke out 1 or 2 more if you had 2 up or something like that, especially if you were really min-maxing your power on and power off and things like that. But I'm trying to do this with as minimal pauses as necessary once it gets going. Let's drop another damper. That shield, again, the shield's going to go down very soon. I just hope that maybe the AC will be enough. It will sort of protect our friends on the front lines. So I salute them with everything that I have. Doing this at 2 times speed, not exactly the best as well. Ooh, we did push them back. They still live. They still live. Glory days, glory days. Look at that. Oh, the power. Look at that. Even though we have 5 air forces, we have our anti-creep air force, we have everything, we are pushing back this monstrous wave. I was not expecting them to survive that right there, but We did it! Let's see if we can keep it surviving. Let's turn off the transparent creep for a minute. And look at it. I mean, look at how big it is. Oh, it's incredible. Just that much creep. We've cut it down by a quarter. Look at that. It started at 6 million. We are now down to 4.5. So we are actually draining it relatively fast. I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I definitely need another damper, and I did not have it down. And now we have lost the center. Oh no! I lost the center because I didn't damper. So far we just lost a little tower. We did not actually... Oh, nope, there, our first mortar's gonna go. Oh, first mortar, I am so sorry for you. Let's just get another one down early. Hopefully we can push it back. Because if we can push it back, we can rebuild. We can do it. Friends. Look at that. Yeah, we managed it. Took 2 more dampers, but we're still at 7. We're actually gaining dampers at a relatively quick rate, but as you can see, we're down to 0 essential green art in the bank. You know, it's definitely a give and take, but you can see the wave is actually, a lot of it is now moving backwards. So you can see, look, see it's flowing back. So we're actually in sort of a lull. I will take this lull every day of the week. Now this map is so massive, even at 2 times speed, it's still actually moving at a relatively slow rate. There's so much going on in terms of the ships and things like that. I actually forgot, we have so much red on. Let us do this. Let us get another M-Rift for the green art production. Again, not super needed, but why not? Let's get an M-Rift for these air people, because, again, that's so close to home, it doesn't matter, but we're not using a red at all. In fact, you know what? We're doing missiles. They will have spores at some point. Might as well add some missiles. Not super necessary. We have so much AC in the world, but I'd rather, you know, shoot it down than allow it to land. It's not going to actually cost us anything. We're not using the red on, so yeah, let's just extra safety. And double extra safety, what we could use. Terps, you are out of here. We have the energy at the moment, so I am just going to lay down a line of snipers. They don't have blobs or anything, but eggs will be able to fly from the back, from these launchers to these and things like that. So I don't want eggs necessarily flying in. But look, I haven't had to damper, I haven't had to do anything. We're actually up to 10 orbitals now, but the worst is yet to come. Let's see, at 4 times speed, timer isn't really moving that much faster. But we had a reprieve. I'm very grateful for that. So it looks like the wave is starting to make its return, though. The flow is in the proper direction to really mess with us. We're down to under 4 million creep. Oof. Over 33% of the way there. And here we go. Look at that. The second wave flowing in. And that does mean that we indeed... Oh, look at that. Look at those spores. Right as the spores launched. That's quite a few. And you know what? We built air defense just for this moment. Did we need to? No. But it's the thought that counts. Any creep that can land on us, we don't want landing on us. Let's get a damper. I was actually looking for a damper in the tower section. Kinda silly of me, but that's how it goes sometimes. Problematic right now. I'm going to stay top-down mode at 4 times speed just for a little bit until I see the shield come back. 4 times speed is bad for this. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, shooting it down. That's what I like to see. Get rid of those. Damper has fallen, but we have the shield rebuilding, so I'm okay, we're okay. Redamper, so the shield stays good. We're up to 11 orbitals, so our orbitals are actually building up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No real complaints whatsoever. We actually don't even need build speed anymore. I'm going to pop that in move speed for later. I'd rather move speed start charging up. Our little center area, holding very, very strong. I'm very proud of the center team. Except for you, Mr. Tower. You have been destroyed. Although I am talking so much, I am not putting down the dampers where they are needed. We are building up. Once I get to 20 or so orbitals, that's when we're actually going to start using offensive orbitals. And that is when we're going to really start making some more headway. Once we get down to about 1.5 or 2.5 million creep or so, we're going to actually really go on the offensive. So maybe that's what I'm going to say. When we're at like 2.5 million, that is when our offensive is actively happening. Again, keep the dampers going. You can see the eggs now starting to climb. They're already up to 63 eggs. It took a while for them to activate, but once they do, look at them. They're just going to be pooping out these eggs. They're spitting them out real fast. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Just that fast. Problematic, again, times 4 speed. Dampers don't last that long. But with all the lag, they kind of last a little while. So... so many mortars firing, so many things going. All of the snipers checking for things in their detection area. It is amazing how well this game runs with so much going on. I cannot really believe it. It's pretty impressive. More dampers, more good. Let's see how big this wave is. Looking pretty sizable. We're down to 2.9, not too bad, but we are using up our orbitals. We're not building up to that magical 20 that I was hoping for, but that is okay. We have held the middle ground, which blows my mind. I did not last time. I can tell you that. Yeah, that's right. Oh, spores. You had a chance. Not really. The spores didn't have any chance whatsoever. We're looking pretty good entirely. As you can see, these dark with the dark towers, I completely forgot we will be needing beacons. Unfortunately, that will eat into our green R, but that is okay. I'm going to get them started now. They'll get built over time, so no real rush with that. As you can see, down to almost 2.5, which is substantially less than half. 2.4, just so you are aware, will be 40%, so we are closing in on 60% of the creeper gone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And with that, as I said, we are going to start using some aggressive orbitals, and that means we're going to do some rain in the back. I don't want to do anything to the front because the front is holding. I'd rather make it so the back itself has less opportunity to cause strife for the front. So if we are demolishing the wave back here, then we're going to steamroll all of this. I mean, we don't even need dampers up here right now, let alone when this really chunks. Look at that, it's already down to 1.7. Holy moly, we're almost up to 75% gone because of those 3 rains. In fact, I'm going to keep a rain on their emitter area, because obviously that is what is going to be emitting for them all of their creep. Once this big wave is sort of disposed of, I think it's time to go on the real offensive. And I think we have the capability to do that entirely. I mean, look at us. I mean, we are just thoroughly handling things. And we still have 11 orbitals. I mean, I just used a good portion of them. They are down to 1.38 million creep. Let us flatten the AC so we can see our own troops, though. We know our AC is relatively high. We actually have more AC than they do creep. And that means some very special things entirely. We're basically at the point where we are going on the extreme offensive. And where do we... Again, I'm going to keep a rain in the back, but I'm also going to put one right about here. Right there. Break up this next little wave coming up. And we are going to wait for this to pass. This one big blob. As you can see, it's sort of a big blob that sort of dips. Once we get the big portion done, there's a bit of a blob here, but we are weakening it substantially with this rain. Down to... Oh my, look at that. They're under 1 million. Oh, it's time. Let us watch this. Let us unflatten. Look at that. Our wave is bigger than their wave. Oh my, what does that mean? Oh, look at the push. Look at the push. Now, the thing that I have to remember is this, I believe, is the group that is running alongside. So with that, they're actually going to move back over here. I would much rather have them shrinking what is coming now than anything else. So we're actually going to move all of our Air Force over to this side because we've shrunk them so much that we now want to make sure that nothing really gets through this path. This is our path of dominance, in essence. So if we keep selecting these, and we're going to move them all over here, and you are the final one. Look at that. Even without an Air Force, our AC is just pushing in. And with this, we have the Terp Squad. I do want to move the Terp Squad up, but we are going to do something very special with the Terp Squad, and we are going to first add to their ranks. So with that in mind, we need more. We want a whole lot of Terps, a whole lot of them. There are going to be never enough Terps in our life right now. And then we are going to move these up to join their Terping brethren. So as you can see, we are weakening them more at the source now than anything else. We're even going to drop one more rain right there to keep things down. Our AC is now doing the pushing for us. Our Terps will be flattening the land. Here we go. Let us see. Group of Terps. Just... Uh-oh. Oh no! I hit select A. I didn't... Much better. Look at that. That's what I wanted to see. Whew. Bit more than I wanted. Also, Terps, do nearest first. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see. Nearest first. Much better. Look at the land being demolished. For the good. For the greater good. In mind. This is not a bad thing. This is good. The land appreciates it, even. It told me. And there we go. Another row of Terps. Again, we want as many as we can handle. And that's a lot. We can handle a lot of Terps. So, yeah. We also want our towers to be coming in. The best part about these towers is it's just free energy at that point. Just free energy. And our Terps can move on up. Do we even need... Oh, it's official. We have actually cut off the wave. If you look, the way that we can see ground. That means this here is essentially all that is here. It is a thing of beauty. I'm even going to disable AC blocking from that. And, you as well, please. Disable AC blocking. And you as well, because we want our AC just to flow all the way up. Oh, alright, we can't see the ground anymore. It was a brief respite, but it happened. Terps, you're doing so lovely. You're doing such good jobs. We need more towers just to keep up, just so we can power you, just so we can get more energy. And if you notice, our energy generation is over 200 now. It's looking pretty good. Our Terps do an amazing job. Done and done. Next wave of Terps. Move it on up. Let's watch how they work. Again, we're not even moving our mortars. Don't need to. look at that. We cut it off yet again. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. The work of the Terps, the work of the Air Force, the work of the AC. There's no point to even bring in our mortars because our mortars really need someplace to sit. So our mortars realistically would kind of go like right there or so. And unfortunately, they were unable to do that. So both of these want an urn. And I want you to do that. And I want you to do that. Urn. You are urn want. You are urn want. I feel like I had an Air Force picked, so I do hope an urn does not fly to something in the Air Force. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But we will have to see, because look at this. We have cleared out the land. Again, you can't do it without the Terps in this regard, because you just need all of it. Our AC has pushed essentially into the Dark Tower at this point. Problematically, we have not gathered AC, or the urn over here, which means it is somewhere over here. I'm just going to pause just to see if I can see it. Do one of these have an urn? That's one thing. Oh, look at you. AC bomber. You are such a jerk. Do other AC bombers have it? No. None. Let's just make sure this urn does fly off. There we go. AC bomber. You're such a prankster. There we have it. Moving our Terps up even. I mean, look at this. We have officially taken to their front door. I can even just fly these in. I'll fly it in like that. I don't know which one is getting the urn. I hope it's the closer one. But look, we just flew. Oh, that's interesting. I'm curious as to what did that. Because there's no creep over there. It's all AC. I don't know how that was destroyed. But hopefully the urn does make it to this eventually. Is probably still flying. If it is not, that is a problem. It says I have 2 urns available. This one did not even say urn 1. That might be why. There we go. Boom. And fly it on up. And this should be all we need. It's going to uncover all of the darkness. Boom. With this urn, I uncover the dark. Piece of cake. Another set, another row of power. Thank you, Dark Tower. And with that as well, we also have a nullifier. Nullifier will save the day as always. And with this, you know, we don't really need it, but you might as well have an M-Rift. Definitely don't need one here, but why not? We had the red on. We have 8.9 generation. Plenty of red on overall. I am not going to complain. And the Terp party moves forward. We just need this officially nullified, which this nullifier is getting its juice. You can see they're actually getting into this land, which is great. And look at that. No, the nullifier hit. The land is clear. Oh, look at that. Somehow that one little splotch did not get lowered. Just fine. But you can also see right here, our towers are we're having a bit of a harder time. That being said, we do want to move this up. And we're even going to actually add a little bit of mortar support. We don't need too much, just a wee little bit. But the beautiful thing is, while we were doing this AC push, we built up 24 orbitals. That's right, 24 orbital strikes. Terp Squad moving on up as well. So between the... Oh no! Oh no! The beacon! Oh, beacon. I am so sorry. I have failed you, Mr. Beacon. All of our planes will be moving, but unfortunately the beacon is problematic. We are down to 200,000 creep. We're going to start the rain party. I don't want them to overlap. I think in this case overlapping rains would be a little bit much, but just doing this I think is going to be pretty substantial. You are going to want an urn. You are then going to move right there. You are going to want an urn. And you are going to move even further up. As you can see, the lighthouses, the beacons, they are doing incredible. Just with those rains, we have indeed pushed everything. And we are going to put all of our planes onto that. We also, one thing I never actually moved was the AC bombers. Oh, AC bombers, I'm so sorry. AC bombers, you can go over here as well. You are not forgotten. Do not worry. I mean, you were forgotten, so I do apologize for that. But we have the power. We have everything we need. And where is our secondary beacon? Beacon the second? Hello? Oh, they're both just right next to each other. Perfectly fine. I just want to move it up. There we go. And let us see what we have. We have some Terps falling. Actually, Terp Squad is officially done. No more terping needed. Terps, I am finished with you. Thank you for your service. It is time for the actual final assault. And this is where the real fun begins. Step one, obviously we need towers up here. We are also going to get another M-Rift, because why not? In fact, we're going to put an M-Rift here, and we're going to put an M-Rift over here. Because we have 9 generation, we have plenty of stuff going on, I think we will be fine. The final step of this plan is snipers. Tons and tons and tons of snipers. Will this be problematic? Definitely. Will this be a blast? Definitely. It is going to be a whole lot of fun, because look at that, there are 320 eggs and we are slowly popping them with our AC. But why should we slowly pop them when we can quickly pop them? You know? I think that makes sense, at least. There we go. Even more power. Sniper should start to get some ammo. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And we are going to drop a damper right in the center, because why not? And we're going to start, we're going to give it a second. We're already blowing through about half of the eggs. It's going through pretty well. Look at that. With the damper, it's not moving anywhere. It's just growing. It's basically a singularity at that point. A singularity that lasts longer and actually can save your life. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll even drop a conversion, because why not? It will take a large chunk of whatever is left there. We'll also pop the rest of the eggs. Unfortunately, the snipers will fall. It is their destiny. You know, they have done their duty. They've gotten rid of almost 300 eggs. And, you know, alright, I feel bad. Snipers, you've done your job. There's a couple eggs behind things and whatnot, but you've done very good. Now, this emitter is still very strong, and very hard to actually take, in theory. But what have we learned? Besides the fact that the AC is amazing, dampers are amazing as well. So if we just drop, say, a damper there, we can toss in a nullifier, and it's pretty safe. This nullifier... Oh, okay. That nullifier, I thought was pretty safe. Was that an egg? I don't know. Oh, is there actually a creep there? Oh, I'm actually putting in the creep. That's why. Let's turn the speed down. I didn't even realize that... I completely forgot that the speed was so high. Let us get a damper back into that. Don't want to slow down the anti-creep. There we go. Much better. Not actually putting it in the creep, putting it on the anti-creep. Boom, boom. Get everything going. Did that other nullifier come down? It does not look like it. Nullifier, please. Please, nullifier. There we have it. Conversion one more time. Why not? We have it. Boop. And we're even going to damper one more time because we can. Nullifiers coming online. And again. Oh, I completely missed with that damper. Look at that. Completely missed. Dampers are amazing, though. Oh, wait, can you not... Could that not hit? I could have sworn the beam was there. Alright, alright. Did you hit it? Am I a fool? I am a fool. There we go. Really? Okay. Alright. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna damper. Step one. We're gonna damper and it's gonna hit. We're gonna do this top-down view. That's why. Alright. Pause. Actually, step one, we're going to convert. Then we're gonna damper. This whole area. Okay, we have a conversion, we have a damper. We should be able to nullify somewhere. I'm going to toss down a whole slew of nullifiers. I don't care if only one makes it. But this damper should, in theory, keep the creep in a very specific location. So again, we are going to just keep a damper down. Not let it flow out. And as you can see, as I was saying, even though this is very powerful, it was destroying this before, but even now, it can't actually reach these outside portions because it is so dampened, so to speak. Oh, did the dampers fall? You know what, let's even convert. Don't take that nullifier. See, that's what happens when you let the dampers fall. Did I really let that just happen? Am I just that good at this game that I can't see this nullifier? That's how strong it is. That is just how strong it is. This is a much better place than up top. I just thought it would be more fun from up top. I mean, we can also... Let's get serious. Mortars, Mortar Town. Oh, that's Tower Town. Mortar Town, get in here. Many of you will die because I am putting you just in the worst spots. But some of you will indeed live. Let's get some rain. Why not? We have mortars. We have rain. We have a nullifier. It's finally going up. Holy moly. Took long enough. And that is indeed the objective obtained. Whew. That is indeed a very long one. But as you can see, we have done it. Plenty of power, plenty of air force. Plenty of orbitals. We were just sort of throwing them out. I was a little willy-nilly at the end. I could have definitely done that substantially better, but that's okay. And we didn't even use a single cannon. So, that's okay. But thank you very much for checking this out. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's see how we do on the time. What were we at? 54 minutes. We were at 39 minutes for the totems, which is pretty good. 6 minutes. Jeez, I don't even... well, I guess if you rush the totems, yeah, you can get them really, really quickly. So that's just rushing the totems. Alright, alright. 50 minutes for reclaiming. 50 minutes for reclaiming is pretty good as well. Wow, 7 minutes. I don't even know how you do that. That doesn't even seem possible. But there must be some trick that is done there. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good with our 54-minute time. Definitely 29 seconds. Feeling pretty good about it. Really one of the faster ones. So, not the fastest, of course, as you can see. Look at that, 38 minutes. I believe that is quite possible. But yeah, pretty good. This is definitely a very fun map, and yeah, had a blast doing it. Maybe not so much of a blast the second time. Nah, it was just as good. But thank you very much for the suggestion. Great fun, without a doubt. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see any other specific maps, any other authors. If you want to see more pack, LPack, first-person shooter, all sorts of things. Just let me know. I'm very happy to do it. And yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. And have a wonderful day. Take it easy, and catch you next time.